You're definitely interesting, though.
Thank you, dude.
I definitely got to come on your set one time.
We would love to.
Yeah.
Hey, can't wait to watch where you go, where you head to. You're the man.
It'll be legendary, man. It'll be legendary.
Standards I was asked about, what about it? Tell me about this content-driven world where we all hear everything everybody says. What's this? What's that? Who are you making happy? What things are you leaving out of the conversation just purposefully because of might be an easier landing of the plane? I mean, there's a lot of shit going on right now in reporting as a whole, but certainly in the biggest stories like Shedeur and Cleveland.
Pat McAfee didn't just discuss Shedeur Sanders, he shifted the entire temperature of the conversation. What was once treated as speculation suddenly became a spotlight on how messy and conflicted the situation in Cleveland really is.
Rushers, I can tell you that right now.
Yeah. I mean, he is good.
Is that because of Shedeur?
Shedeur is...
I think it's because of their O-line. I think from where he came in, 5th round draft pick, and how they treated him the first 10 weeks or whatever it was, and he still comes out and throws for 360 yards or whatever he has. Had last couple of weeks. They're still searching, but he believes in himself. He believes that he's going to be a top quarterback in this league, and I think that comes along with being from who his dad is, Sanders.
The discussion exposed a gap between what people are watching on the field and what parts of the media keep trying to frame as uncertainty.
What's the big news around the NFL? Shedeur and the Titans canceling their workout? That feels like that's the big news. A couple retirements. What is the big NFL news of the day here, Rap Sheet?
It kind of feels like the Shedeur thing, right? So obviously on Friday, Colorado had its showcase, not a pro day, but a showcase, which
it was awesome. I think
it was pretty awesome. I would agree with that.
Dion yelling at scouts. Dion yelling at scouts, telling them, "Hey, you don't tell my guys how to run 40s. Okay, you just got here. Get the hell out of the way." I think Shedeur did a great job. I think
the Cleveland media space has turned into noise. Too many voices pushing angles. Too many narratives layered on top of each other, and not enough honesty about performance. Fans see one thing every Sunday. Analysts keep circling around another.
Pat McAfee of ESPN talks about Shedeur Sanders. Turns heads of what they had to say when it comes to Shedeur Sanders, and they was talking about majority of the Cleveland media. You don't know what to believe. They saying this, they saying that, they pushing their agenda, but we all know what we see on the field. Shedeur Sanders is a baller. You hear me? Now, Shedeur Sanders didn't get the reps during training.
That disconnect is exactly what McAfee pointed toward, even if indirectly. When a young quarterback plays with poise, consistency, and toughness, the conversation shouldn't still feel unsettled.
Hey, man, and that is, again, Hall of Famer Thurman Thomas saying the offensive line is bad. It's embarrassing that they gave him the wrong wristband, and saying, hey, he has some of those inklings and some of that attitude to be a top-tier level quarterback. That's something that you love to see. Now, from the pivot, let's hear what Fred Taylor has to say about Shedeur Sanders.
The best thing about all the Shedeur talk is how he continues to carry himself at the end of the day, because what the media has created, right, it's just he's there and he's just tumbling. But he carries him.
Shedeur Sanders didn't walk into a perfect situation. He wasn't handed a clean off season as the unquestioned starter. He didn't get preseason reps designed around him. He wasn't protected by stability or patience. His opportunity only came after injuries forced Cleveland's hand.
Yeah, we talked about it on the broadcast. The fact that rookies playing so well and so many of them is a great thing because it's bright for the future, but it also is a sign of where you're at right now, that you need that many young guys stepping into big roles. But I think if you're a Browns fan, you have to be excited about these guys. Shedeur played well. He had obviously the 2 interceptions, both bounced off, one off his own guy, one off a defender. He had that injury to his pinky, came back in and played. I think Harold Fannin is a phenomenal young player. He's a bright talent that they want to continue to feature. And
yet, when he stepped in, the game didn't look too big for him. The moment didn't swallow him. If anything, it revealed how prepared he already was. What stands out is how he handles pressure beyond the field. Every post-game situation turns into an interrogation. Decisions get dissected.
It's crazy. This is crazy, man. Mike Tomlin, brutally honest on Shedeur Sanders and the Cleveland Browns. You gotta remember, Mike Tomlin didn't want Shedeur Sanders at all. You know, he passed on him. We thought the Steelers could take him. Bro, you drafted Kenny Pickett and you kept passing on Shedeur? Mike Tomlin, what's up with you, bro? What's up with you? Mike Tomlin didn't hold back on what he had to say about Shedeur Sanders and the Cleveland Browns. I can't show you the video, but I will play audio for you.
Plays get second-guessed. He's answering questions that quarterbacks twice his age struggle with, and he does it calmly, without deflection. That's not something you fake. That's something developed through constant scrutiny and expectation. Despite that, the narrative keeps drifting away from football. Instead of focusing on reads, timing, accuracy, and leadership, the discussion leans into doubt. Doubt about the future, doubt about commitment, doubt fueled by agendas rather than tape. McAfee's point cut through that. In a content-driven world, the line between reporting and shaping opinion is thin, and Cleveland sits right on that edge.
Forward. This is his next pass play. I'm taking you through all of the pass plays on the first drive of the game, all the completions rather. Shedeur, calm, composed again. Buffalo Bills have the number 2 pass defense in football. Get out the pocket, deliver a strike. Harold Fannin, phenomenal tight end. Just let the game come to you. Let the game come to you again. We're not going to cherry pick. We're really going to go through the game as it actually occurred. Blitzer sees it, isn't frantic. Out the pocket, throws the ball to where the blitzer had vacated.
On the field, the circumstances matter. Sanders is operating behind an offensive line that collapses too often and too quickly. Protection breaks down before roots develop. Drives stall before rhythm can form. That environment ruins young quarterbacks every year, yet Sanders still shows flashes of control and confidence. The ball placement is there. The arm strength is there. The awareness is there. What's missing is support.
Shedeur was quick to defend his coaches and his team. Take a listen to this, Ocho, what he had to say after the game when they tried to catch him up again.
Make decision. Go for it on 4th and 2.
I know you can't be asking me that question, man. Come on, man. We can't see that's like the thing. Like, if we want to change, the narrative, change the franchise, if we want to like help, we got to speak. Life, you can't, those type of things is like, separate us.
There's also a belief issue inside the building. Teams that win believe they can win. Cleveland hasn't carried that identity in years. Losing becomes routine. When a player arrives who brings confidence and swagger, it disrupts the comfort of low expectations. That's not always welcomed. Sanders challenges that culture simply by how he carries himself.
Also urgent about where we are. Got a lot of respect for this group, and I'll start first with their defense.
I don't know why you got a lot of respect for them, Mike. This Browns team been trash, but go ahead.
You know, quite frankly, they're the number 1 unit in the AFC North. They are. Statistically, they're better than any other unit in the North offensively or defensively. They got what appears to be a slam dunk defensive player of the year. They got what appears to be a slam dunk defensive rookie of the year.
The organization's decisions only deepen the problem. Time was wasted cycling through older options and short-term fixes. Opportunities were burned while a young quarterback sat labeled as developmental. Meanwhile, the team struggled, momentum faded, and fans disengaged. When Sanders finally steps in under those conditions, he's expected to instantly change everything while surrounded by backups and inconsistency. That's not development, that's survival. The empty seats and frustration aren't about Sanders. They're about timing and trust. Fans don't rally behind a vision that feels dishonest. You can't downplay a player all season, then expect excitement when circumstances force him into the spotlight. That disconnect is organizational, not fan-driven.
Yes, Tone. I undersold this Shedeur performance. I want to apologize.
Oh, wait a minute. You did 15 minutes with me and now you're going to... Okay.
I feel guilty.
All right, what's your sarcasm?
I feel
Come on.
This is serious because...
No, you're being sarcastic.
Last week, I put out a chart that had a lot of impressions, which was that Shedeur, out of 44 qualified quarterbacks, was dead last in almost every big statistical, analytical metric except one, which J.J. McCarthy was dead last. So that was out of...
The truth is simple. If Cleveland didn't believe in Sanders, they wouldn't have positioned themselves to get him. Teams don't make those moves without conviction. Everything since then suggests hesitation, not evaluation, and hesitation is costly in the NFL. Looking forward, the path is clear. This team doesn't need another quarterback debate. It needs commitment. The focus should be on building protection, adding weapons, and restoring belief. A functional offensive line alone changes the entire offense. Confidence grows when players feel supported, not questioned.
Let the game come to him. 12:45 in the first quarter again. We're moving through this progressionally. Shedeur Sanders, I love what Stefanski did on this opening drive, and I love how Shedeur was able to operate with competence in what this offense was doing. Safe passes, quick passes. Right here, just a nice little play call. This really didn't have much to do with Shedeur. We're going to keep it pushing. On this one, I think this was this ball he threw to Jerry Jeudy, if I'm not mistaken.
McAfee's discussion didn't crown anyone. It exposed the tension. It highlighted how fragile narratives become when performance contradicts them. Sanders isn't fighting for validation on the field anymore. He's fighting against indecision around him. So the real question is this: how long does Cleveland keep dancing around the truth before fully committing to what's already in front of them? If you're seeing it the same way, like and subscribe to stay locked in, engage with the conversation, and make your voice part of the discussion as this story continues to unfold.